You're building somebody else's dream, but has God given you a dream? Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Charles Maris of Kingdom Marriage Ministries. Just want to come on today to talk to you about a kingdom business mindset, uh, and I want y'all to listen in and get an understanding of where I'm coming from. Now, we were always taught that you go to work, clock in, you make your money, you do this and you do that. And in the process, you are helping a company build their dreams. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with being at a job 10, 20, 30 years. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to think about something. You're building somebody else's dream, but has God given you a dream? And that's what this is about. Has God ever given you a vision or a dream, a prophesied word that you knew only came from Him? You were excited with anticipation, and in the past you would ask Him, how is this going to come to pass? When is this going to happen, Lord? So you ask how and when. But now you're at a place where how and when is no longer on your lips. Now you believe it, and it's time to build. You've got this urgency. You've got this sense that it's time to build the dream, all the words, the visions, the dreams that God has given you. It's time to now build that and allow it to happen. I know you have helped others build their dream. That is something that you still want to continue to do. You still want to continue to help others be led. But now you feel the need to build what God is giving you. You're coming to a mindset that God needs you to have in order for you to realize the dream and the vision that He has put on the inside of you. The only way that's going to come about is you've got to start building. So the fact that you recognize that you need to start building means that how and when have been eliminated from your mind. You just know it's time to build. Let me give you an example. The children of Israel were in slavery for 430 years. They chose to embrace a mindset of slavery and servitude. After their independence from Pharaoh, because they were independent from Pharaoh, but they weren't truly free in their minds. They still were not free. They couldn't embrace the mindset of the promised land. They had witnessed more miracles, signs, wonders than anybody in the history of this world. Well, let's take a look at some of these miracle signs and wonder. Has anybody had food fall from the sky for 40 years and you ate it? They did. Anybody get thirsty and go outside, spend no money, and just pick up a rock and water, quenched your thirst? They did. Has anybody had clothes to wear for 40 years that never got holes, never got too small? They did. Has anybody ever had shoes that they walked in for 40 years and the soles didn't wear out? Come on, they did. Signs, wonders, and miracles. Has anybody been sick and instead of going to the hospital paying that copay of $30, then getting a bill later for the rest that the insurance didn't cover? All they had to do was look at a brazen serpent on a pole and be healed instantly. They did. Has anybody ever had a cluster of clouds tell them where to go by day, pillars of fire by night to lead the way, to be light? They did. even after everything they witnessed from Yahweh, this was their mindset. Exodus 14 and 12 says, the people told Moses, is this not the word that we told you in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it would be better for us to serve the Egyptians than we should die in the wilderness. They've witnessed all these miracles that God has done for them. They're finally free. They're finally free from Pharaoh, but they want to go back because of their mindset. God was preparing them for the promised land, but they would not let go of the slavery mentality. They could have added greatly to the promised land because guess what? They built Egypt. They built houses, roads, aqueducts, palaces, monuments, a whole bunch of other things. They had skills and talents that they didn't even realize. And I need you to realize that God has placed some gifts and some talents and some anointings on the inside of you that you haven't tapped in because you're too busy building for somebody else. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I recommend that you continue to do so. But don't forget about the dream and the visions and the prophesied word that God has spoken to you all throughout your life. Glimpses of excellence that He's shown you. Glimpses of a better life that He has shown you. They had the ability to build anything, anywhere they went. They were so conditioned to be servants for so long that servitude became their lifestyle. You can be so conditioned to serve that when the opportunity for you to be served, you can't handle it. We don't want that. Again, there's nothing wrong with helping others. Hear me from the realm that I'm speaking in. My mentor always says that it's time that your dream, your vision, your prophecy is realized and built. God has to work on your character to get you to embrace your own very own promised land. And during that time, your character was being built. So when, how, and when is this going to happen, Lord, is taken out of the equation, you now realize it's time to build. Don't worry or be afraid. You're not building alone. The Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, is right there with you building. It's time for you, what Yahweh put in you, to come forth. In Jesus' mighty name. So, just think about this. Think about this. Think about, do you have a slave mentality, a servitude? Now, we are supposed to be servants. We are servants of Christ. But when God is giving you a dream, He's giving you a vision, He won't let you sleep until you go forth in it. So if I'm speaking to anybody, if I'm touching anything on the inside of you, because I'm telling you, you could be at a job for 10, 15, 20 years and they not appreciate you. But that thing, that dream, that vision, that prophesied word that's been spoken over your life for years starts to manifest. And what God is putting on you, you're going to realize, you're going to begin to discover that there's more to you than what you even realize for yourself. It's time to rediscover you and the dreams that God has given you. And I'm going to tell you something, there's no greater joy than to find out and discover that the dreams are no longer dreams, that it's a reality. The visions are no longer an afterthought, but there's actually what you live every single day. And the prophesied word that's already been confirmed by your spirit man comes to pass. It's a great feeling in this whole world. So believe in you and know that the Holy Spirit is with you. And when God has a work for you to do, He's going to provide. He's going to provide. And He's going to provide. It was prophesied to me. I had a dream that I had like the big old Love Boat. You remember the show Love Boat? I had a big old boat, and it was white. I mean, it had levels to it. I mean, it was huge boat. But what we used it for was for marriage retreats for married couples. And in the rooms, I could see married couples laughing and talking and playing. And there was a cloud of smoke in these rooms. And that was the Holy Spirit renewing the covenant, bringing a husband and wife back together in union with God. And so I believe that's going to come to pass. And it's going to take a lot of money to get a big boat like that. So I'm no longer asking God how and when is this going to happen. I'm just building. Whatever He tells me to do, I'm building. Whatever He tells me to do, I'm building. I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it. We're going to keep building it. And He has given me a biblical helpmate that's helping me build. And I thank God for my wife. She's just such a blessing in my life and in my world. So no more how or when, Lord. Believe. And remember, don't worry. He's right there with you. He is right there with you, backing you. But you got to spend time with Him so you can hear correctly and move correctly. Again, I'm Pastor Charles Maris of Kingdom Marriage Ministries. I hope this word has been a blessing to you, and I hope that it spoke to you. You take care and have a blessed day.